Hey, what's going on, y'all? Thank you so much for tuning in. Just left the gym. Crunch wasn't very packed today, which is good because, you know, usually, even though they have so many squat racks, usually the squat racks are all taken. Thankfully, I rolled up in there's like 3 of them open. Hit legs extremely hard today because, you know, shoulder issue, so definitely focusing on other things while I'm healing up. Not gonna let that ruin my gym session. And I swear, guys, whenever something bad happens to me, like whether it's I tweak my shoulder or get my rims jacked, I always bounce back and I work a lot harder. I think that's what has kept me in the gym for so long. It's just like whenever something brings me down, you know, the gym is always there just to bring me back up, because I always feel freaking great after the gym, and I feel good right now. So this guy's listening to me. So right now it is 9:20 p.m. so the farmer's market closes in about 40 minutes. That leaves me enough time to go and get some groceries so I can do a grocery haul for you guys, and then I'm gonna get to eating. Okay guys, just made it home. Just did a bunch of shopping in just 30 minutes. You know, all my friends love Beaufort Highway Farmers Market because, like, they have so many aisles of every nationality's foods, like as far as processed foods. So like if you want some Japanese snacks, you can get shit from Japan, Africa, you know, Malaysia, all sorts of countries. And there are some things that are kind of expensive, such as peppers and asparagus, you know, some things that I can go to Super H Mart and buy for much cheaper. So you just have to be smart and shop around, maybe go to the store twice a week, your 2 favorite stores with the lowest prices for produce. At least that's how I do it. And the reason I'm speaking about cost and everything is when you're doing this as long as me, 12 years, and you're an enthusiast, it's just not sustainable to keep buying from like Kroger or Publix, Piggly Wiggly, Food Lion. Mainstream spots, they're price gouging. The people that don't know about the farmers markets or the Asian spots, they get screwed over. Hopefully you have a farmers market in your town that you can go to and you can get competitive prices that aren't just gonna make you break the bank just because you want a bigger bicep, you know what I'm saying? And the reason I'm doing this is a lot of people ask me, they're like, dude, what do you eat to get so big? And I'm like, not that I'm that big. And I'm like, man, really not much. There's just not much variety out there, you know? And that's why I try to get a variety and spice things up. And you've got the protein shakes that really helps out, because when you drink 3 scoops of protein, that's like 75 grams of protein. And you know, that's actually really cost effective if you think about it, because meat is generally expensive. So when the protein comes into play, you know, through my experience, it actually saves money in the long run. You don't have to eat as much, so you're not like extremely full. And I know you guys are probably wondering, what about the organic food, you know, because that's hot right now. Well, my opinion on organic food, like if you got it like that, definitely buy organic. But you know, when I go to Whole Foods and I see a T-bone steak for like $25, I'm really turned off by that. At the end of the day, it's the same macros, but if you implement vegetables like I'm showing you guys, very micronutrient dense, easy to cook, so you actually cook them and eat them, I feel like you'll make up for the lack of organic meats. And I know you guys are just always eating meat this, meat that, like everywhere you go is just a bunch of meat with cheese on it, you know what I'm saying? And then once you eat all that meat, you're full, you probably had some starches, and you pretty much neglect all the vegetables. It makes sense to fill up your fridge, your pantry with things that are whole foods. When people ask me, you know, what do you eat? Well, it's like, it's an obvious answer. You just eat whole foods. That will get you the most gains. Like, do you know what they put in processed food? The fructose sugar. Your liver actually skips a whole step of processing that sugar. It triggers something in your brain because it knows that it can process that, because it won't leave you satiated, because it bypasses a whole step in your liver. That's why you guys really need to stay away from processed foods, because a lot of those foods are programmed and designed to make you addicted and make you continuously eat. The crunch, the flavor, everything. Why do you think you can eat a whole bag of Doritos in one sitting? But the whole micronutrients thing is that we consume so much protein and fat And it's really important to flush out our system with potassium and other micronutrients that we're getting from these micronutrient dense vegetables. If I didn't care about the price of certain produce, I would get all the produce, alright guys? But the main reason I pick these is because they're low in cost and they're easy to work with. Typically I get broccoli. I don't even cook that shit. I just cut it up and eat it with a yogurt dressing preferably, but you know, right now I'm using Chick-Fil-A dressing. Spinach, which I just put garlic in a wok and then stir fry it for 10 minutes. Usually I get asparagus, you know, season that with olive oil, salt and pepper and throw it on the grill. Really easy, 10 minutes. And today I got Taiwanese bok choy, I got Chinese bok choy, Brussels sprouts, a lot of good stuff. All those are super easy to cook. Brussels sprouts, just cut them in half, season them a little, and you can throw them in the oven. Both those bok choys, just wash them, get some garlic, salt and pepper, maybe put some hoisin sauce in there and stir fry it in the wok. 10-15 minutes, guys. Portobello mushrooms, just season it with a little olive oil, salt and pepper, and throw it on the grill. Baby bella mushrooms, cut them in half and then eat them with a yogurt dressing preferably, or you can throw them on the grill like I usually do. Sweet potatoes I picked out, all you gotta do is take a fork, puncture holes on 4 different sides of the sweet potato and throw it in the microwave for 2 to 3 minutes. Super easy. And of course you can't forget your fruits, so bananas are super easy to work with. You just peel it and eat it. Apples, which I got as well, Fuji apples, you just wash it and then bite down. Guys, it's all about ease of access. Something that was really hard for me when I was growing up is because I don't know how to cook. It was just so hard for me to get things tasty. It was just difficult to want to eat my own cooking. Best way to get your cooking tasting real good is to learn how to use garlic. Now, I'm not talking about minced garlic because, you know, when you use real garlic, it tastes so much better. And if you guys don't know how to peel garlic, which, hey, I've been there myself. But once I went on YouTube and then typed in how to peel garlic, there's this crazy technique where you just put it in a big container, close it up, something like a Tupperware, and then you shake it vigorously. And then literally you can just peel off the layers covering the garlic and it makes your life so much easier. And then you gotta learn how to mince the garlic yourself. And man, does it make a difference in the taste of the food. And then when you combine it with different seasonings like the Weber grill seasonings or Miss Dash or some truffle salt, oh man, your food is going to be tasting good. And if you guys are wondering like, hey, I'm still doing that and it's still not tasting good, well, just chill out, let it marinate for 10 to 15 minutes in the fridge and you're good to go. Lots and lots of flavor. Like I just mentioned, the wok, the oven, and the grill, these 3 things are going to lead you to success because the wok can cook a ton of vegetables in just one session. The grill can cook a ton of food in just one session. I like to just throw whatever can fit on the grill in one session. And then I got my assorted pans where it's like a deep dish or just very wide, so I can bake a ton of veggies at the same time. This makes life a lot easier. You don't have to spend multiple sessions per week cooking different things. You just cook the whole batch and then call it a day. Eat it throughout the week because you'd be surprised. Food lasts up to a week. It's up to you to strategize so things don't go bad. There is a learning curve, but if you're constantly thinking about it all day and you don't want to waste the produce and the meat that you purchased, it can be done. Just have those tools to set you up for success. Easy ways to cook it. If you've got a small ass pan, you can't really cook much. It's really an investment. Go to Marshall's or TJ Maxx and get yourself a cheap wok or, you know, some cheap oven pans. You know, shop around. You don't have to go to like Williams Sonoma and get like a $100 pan, you know what I'm saying? There's so many different options and they go bad anyway, so it's just smarter to get economically priced tools in the kitchen. But anyways guys, I got it all lined up right here. It's like 10:30 p.m. I haven't eaten shit all day and I gotta grill some meat and some veggies, maybe use my wok a little bit. But thank you guys so much for tuning in. This was a question that someone had for me in the comment section, so if you guys have any questions for me, I could possibly make a video about it. If you guys have a question, I probably have the answer to it. Definitely have at it, guys. Hit that like button if you guys found this video useful. Subscribe if you haven't. Definitely hit me up on Instagram. I'm very active these days. It's just original_Gainstas. Send me a DM, whatever. So I'll see you guys later this week. Peace.